Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Price Man back in there reacting to another video. This time from the 1998 season, for the playoffs from the 1998 season. So it happens in the year 1999, back in January of 99. The New York Jets hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars in a divisional round matchup. The Jets were the second seed in this postseason. Now I'm looking at some of these old highlights, and I wonder if sports was scripted back then. You'll see Keyshawn Johnson making too many plays, and it looks a little scripted. But at any rate, still a great memory from the time when I was a kid. So yeah, we're gonna watch it. This is back when Vinny Testaverde was the quarterback. So in 3, 2, 1.
Sal's first playoff game as a New York Jet head coach. Vinny Testaverde on the drive. Screen pass. Curtis, my favorite, Mike. Kevin Mawai, the center, out in front as he's been all year for the block. 17 yards opening play.
Curtis, my favorite, Martin.
Later, third down. Vinny Testaverde to Dave. Make it look at that little, make it go 14 yards for a first down. Next play, Testaverde. Talk about a guy that had a big game. Keyshawn Johnson, post pattern, 7-0 Jets.
You take another look at the play. We're going to see the safety Donovan Darius right there, going to be spot shadow for us.
So this is one of the
tight end, going to cut in
plays he makes.
And you see Keyshawn Johnson going to sneak in when he settles in that area at the 5-yard line. Keyshawn at the goal line.
John Hall with a long field goal makes it 10-0 Jets. Mark Brunell, second quarter, early on, back to pass for Jimmy Smith. Underthrown and picked off by Otis, my man Smith. So the Jets.
So we're going to pause it right there. So if sports was scripted back then, maybe it could have been always scripted. Who knows? Look how Jimmy Smith slips, and then Otis Smith times it perfectly to get it. And, of course, Brunell underthrows it. Makes you wonder. Hopefully it wasn't, but when you watch some of these old clips, and going a little off topic here, like watching the 2000 Baltimore Ravens, just like this past season's Seattle Seahawks. Journeyman quarterback that was a high pick in the draft finally gets it together with an elite defense to win the championship. So I'm gonna say.
Take over, and on this possession, a wild play. Hand off to Chris,
and look at this play.
It's a fumble.
It's a fumble, right?
Hudson picks it up, but then thinks he's going swimming in the Hudson. A lateral forward on the ground, and Keyshawn Johnson is John.
So as someone that used to play football way back in the day, first, why would he lateral it? No, do a lateral, I should say. Getting tongue-tied there. All right. And then the other guy tries to get it, but somehow Keyshawn Johnson's in the perfect spot to get it. And this is a game that worked in favor of my Jets. You know? Makes you wonder.
On the spot, so the Jets recover the fumble after Jacksonville recovered their fumble.
Play speaks for itself. Chris Hudson has to understand
how
valuable
this.
The ball is in a playoff situation on the road, cannot afford to give it back, and great hustle by Keyshawn Johnson to get down the field and retrieve the football.
So then what would happen is, to the chagrin of Tom Coughlin, the Jets have about, I guess, a 140-yard drive, Tom, about 70 before the first fumble. Then my favorite, Mott, hop, spins 9 yards. Same drive, 1st and 10. Vinny to Keyshawn Johnson.
Bam.
Boom, takes a licking but keeps on ticking. Donovan Darius makes the stick.
And Donovan Darius from the Syracuse University. Great player at Syracuse back when McNabb and even Marvin Harrison was there. So, it's almost there.
17-yard pickup.
This is too deep zone. The corner doesn't get a hit at Keyshawn. You see him focus on depth. Divine, the safety, knows he's going to take a hit. Great job of cradling the ball and keeping his feet in.
3rd and 8, 3 plays later, it's the reverse. Mawai in front, 68. Touchdown, or no, yes, Keyshawn, running touchdown. Dave Thomas with the hit too late. It's 17-0 Jets. So they're going to go in the locker room 17-0, except 6 seconds to go in his own 48, Mark Brunell. Just before half. What a beautiful bomb to Jimmy Smith, who gets behind Otis Smith. Touchdown, Jags, 17-7.
Easy route by Jimmy Smith. He just outruns Otis Smith to the end zone. Jerome Henderson a little late coming over, and what a throw from Mark Brunell.
So how about this? They get 113 yards of offense in the whole half, but 52 come on that one play. And Bill Parcells and the Natalie-clad Bill Belichick not too happy with the last play of the half. Ray Mickens on the sidelines, so the Jets With their DBs a little banged up.
Corn Brown.
Cardell, and this it's underthrown to Corwin Brown. Picks it off with a pretty return all the way down to the 40-yard line. Second pick against Brunell. Jets go to work. Testaverde. The screen to Martin. Look at 70, Matt O'Dwyer. Crunching block. Martin. Scissors between defenders for 16 yards. Vinny. The floater to Keyshawn. It's a no, he's down at the
little floater.
Line. That's the same goal line they gave Vinny the touchdown. Keyshawn wants the touch. It was a good call. Next play, 1st and goal. He was down just before he was in. Vinny runs to the corner and kick save it a beauty. But no, the ball is not inside the cone. So 2 plays later, the Jets on third down finally get the touch. Curtis Martin. He's my favorite, Martin, 24-7.
And then look at this ensuing kickoff.
Jets are close to blowing it out, but then a fake pass by Reggie Barlow on the kickoff, and it fooled the Jets. Only the hustle by 42 Marcus Coleman prevents a touchdown by Barlow, but he's
had a little too much space, if you know what I mean.
First 3 plays fail, and Tom Coughlin doesn't kick the field goal to make it 24-10. He's going to go for it. Belichick calling the defensive signals. Brunell on 4th down, a touchdown to Keenan McCardell. 24-14. Next possession, Jets. Vinny to Kyle Brady. Boom! Nailed by Donovan Darius again. He holds on, smelling salt. Put me back in, coach. 2 plays later. Martin. Keith Byers providing the block. 31-14 Jets. 2 TDs for Martin. Again, the Jets close to blowing out the Jags. But the gutty Jags running behind Tony Baselli get 29 yards for Fred Taylor.
What a good running back, Fred Taylor. He kept getting hurt, though.
3rd and 15. Brunell. Touchdown to Jimmy Smith. 19 yards. It's a 31-21 game. The Jags are hanging in. Next possession.
Corbett, no.
Wayne Corbett. He tries for extra yards, and it's a fumble. Kevin Hardy with the hit, and the Jags have the ball, Tom.
Great job by Kevin Hardy. He misses the first time on Corbett right there. He comes back up off the ground, makes a play, knocks the ball out. Jags recover.
That would lead to a field goal, make it 31-24. Now the Jets are trying to put it away under 3 minutes to go. It's reverse to Keyshawn Johnson. Mawai out front. Johnson, the only mistake he makes is going out of bounds. He knew it right away, but it's a key 18-yard pickup. 2.5 to go. Vinny.
Nope.
This is a throw he wants back. Donovan Darius with the pick, but then Donovan Darius from Syracuse comes out to the 1.
Like he said, Donovan Darius from Syracuse. But yeah, he made a mistake. He shouldn't have stepped out of the end zone there. That would have been a touchback. Got at the 20-yard line. But let's continue.
That's fine, rather than the touchback.
The one bad throw by Vinny today, throwing off his back foot as he was getting hit, and then
he forgot where he was.
You have to understand the situation your team's in. Brings it out to just the half-yard line.
So the Jags out 4th and 3 from inside their own 10. Brunell almost sacked for a safety. 4th down magic, not good this time. McCardell threw his hands. The Jets take over on downs. And with under a minute to go, I mean, they're just leading by 7. They get the field goal from John Hall. And the big cheer you hear from the upper deck. The Jets are up by 10, 34-24. Brunell, last gasp. And the Jets have the hands people on defense. Look who's there for the pick. Are you kidding me?
Keyshawn Johnson?
Keyshawn Johnson.
What are the odds, right? So was he scripted to have a great day? Or is it organic? I want to believe it's organic, but we won't know. You know?
See Johnny on the spot.
But look at this shot.
Or what? 2 friends hug at midfield. Parcells and
Man,
Coughlin.
just beautiful. Just beautiful.
Like a ticker tape parade in New York. The Jets going.
All right, so that's the end of that. Short and sweet, basically. I had a few more bits of commentary, but man, if it wasn't scripted, again, I don't know when the NFL became scripted. I know they were always point shaving, not always, but I know they've been point shaving for quite some time, right? But this, was it scripted? You know, got Elway winning back to back, and then if the Jets could have beaten I was gonna call them the Donkeys, but the Broncos in the AFC Championship game, they would have beaten Hot Atlanta in the Super Bowl. But again, we don't know if it was or wasn't scripted. Like, when did it start? I know things got a little fishy when Goodell started taking over. in '07. It just something about the product changed, and it just less and less. And I think right about 2015, that was the last season the Jets had a good record, by the way. It just seemed off. Now, even when the Jets had two 1,000-yard receivers, it seemed like it was manufactured that way. I mean, again, I want to be wrong, but sports for me now these days are more of nostalgia. So I keep all the merch. Obviously, I'm wearing a New York Rangers hat, and I was, man, when they won the Stanley Cup in 1994, what a great time. It's a beautiful time. So, regardless if it's scripted now, it's just kind of like watching like wrestling and stuff. When Undertaker beat Hulk Hogan, or when he put Yokozuna in the casket. Yeah, anyone with half a brain knows that shit is scripted. But it was still memorable to watch, especially with, around friends, family, things like that. And again, talk about the shit in school. So, good times. Then that's really all it's meant for now, especially if it really is scripted. But anywho, till next time, YouTube.